Meditation Online, New York, this Thursday, March 16th. Now, before we get started, let's just take a few minutes to make sure we're comfortable, whether in a chair or on the floor. And we can just let both of our arms down by our sides if we're on a chair, with the fingers pointing towards the ground. If you're sitting on the floor, you can actually place your palms right on the floor. And we'll just take a few deep breaths and take the help of the Mother Earth beneath us to pull in anything that might be just weighing us down in our subtle system. We can also just take a moment and notice what we're feeling inside, if we're feeling relaxed, tired, stressed. And we'll just compare that with how we feel at the end. Now we can raise the Kundalini, this motherly energy in our sacrum bone. And if you're not familiar with it, we start by placing the left hand in front of our sacrum, and we'll be slowly raising our left hand along the central channel or spinal cord, and we'll be wrapping our right hand around it from back to front. So we'll be slowly bringing up, what we say is bringing up the energy, or supporting the energy. And when we get above the top of the head, we make a knot. It's also great to tip our heads back when we've got our hands above the head. It really helps open up these energy centers. So we'll do that a second time, wrapping the right hand around the left, going up the central channel. You can do 2 knots. And then a third time. And we can make 3 knots and just try to keep our attention up above the top of the head. And then we'll balance and protect our energy centers by putting the left hand open on our lap with the palm facing upward. And with our right hand, we're just going to start on the left side and make an arch over ourselves and back. And we, like a rainbow, you could say, and we can do that 7 times. With back and forth being 1. Now with our palms facing upward, hands on the lap, we'll just sit for a moment or 2. And settle our attention inside. This inner system we have is just fantastically designed, a self-cleansing and automatic system, you could say. We just need to turn it on, which we've done by awakening this energy. And as we meditate more, we get more sensitive to the vibrations, which are indications of where the energy is flowing well and where it's a little bit blocked or constricted. So So again, it's just good to practice getting used to sort of seeing if you feel anything on your hands, any little tinglings in the fingers or in the palms. Or if one hand is heavier than the other. So what we can do now is clean our two channels. We'll just keep the left hand on the lap and place the right hand towards or on the ground. We can put our right hand back on the lap. And now we'll clear the right channel, which is pointing the left hand, well, the fingers towards the sky, the palm facing backwards, and bending our left arm at the elbow. It's like a chimney effect. Any heat or overactivity from our day gets nicely evacuated as heat rises, so we just let it rise up and out of our system to get ourselves in balance. And we can put our left hand back. Now let's just keep our attention on the top of the head, which is the pinnacle of the central channel. With the left and right in balance, our Kundalini energy will naturally rise up the central channel. And it follows our attention, so by putting our attention at this summit or the crown of the head, where is the last energy center, Kundalini will naturally go there. If it's hard to keep the attention, we can always just massage that spot on the top of the head with our right palm. And just the pressure of our palm on the scalp helps to settle our attention there. Now Sahaja Yoga is, part of Sahaja Yoga is the continuous exercise of separating our attention from our mind, because we're just so used to putting our mental function or mental effort towards things. But our attention is something separate. So we'll just watch a short excerpt of a speech at a public program given by Srimataji in Australia, with a wonderful story about the attention and how to keep it. I'll just get that set up here on the video. Just one sec. Okay, so just trying to get this music off.
father told me. You have to find out mass method. Method by which you give realization to many people so that they see that there is something beyond. They are all standing on the first floor. If you are born on the 10th floor and you tell them something that you see on the 10th floor, they are not going to believe. They'll fight with you, they'll quarrel with you, they'll pull you down because their ego is challenged all the time. So best thing is to transform them. Give them mass realization. That is what is the spirit is. That every one of you have got spirit. But it was very difficult in those days to give mass realization. The blossom time had not come. Today the blossom's time has come. And the wind that blows, the cool wind, gives realization to so many of them. Thousands of people have got realization. You also, many of you have got your realization. So this spirit is established. You feel you are something different now. The transformation has started. The baptism has been done in the actual sense. When you start feeling it's moving, you feel the cool breeze. Now, when you take to your collective being, you become one with others also. You try to give. Now you are taking from me. When I go, you stand here and give. When the lamp is not enlightened, then all right, try to enlighten it. After the enlightenment, what does the light do? Is to give the light. Spirit gives you your meaning. Spirit gives you your understanding of the truth that is reality, not unreal things. Me, you cannot understand if you are not realized. You cannot. I am just like you. There's no difference. But those who are realized know about me very well. Even living in Rangoon, a saint who met one of the Sir Yoginis, she was an American, and he just bowed to her and made her sit higher than him. He said, "You have met Mother. I haven't yet met her." And she was surprised. That how did he know all these things? There are so many saints in India who are real saints, who know about it. But those who are very close to me also, because my husband is highly placed in life, and we have friends who are very elite and I've seen all the best, the prime ministers of the world I've met, and I've met all sorts of kings and queens and this and that, and every day I'm shaking hands with them. They don't know me. They don't recognize me. Now the emphasis that you have to be your spirit is very much reduced in the modern society. The emphasis should be that your spirit is to be achieved in this lifetime. This is what one has to do, is the only thing one has to do. That is not there in the Western society. Secondly, for this you have to control your attention. Don't allow your attention to spill out. I hope I told you the story of Janaka. Did I tell them? I don't know, but I'll again repeat. Like there was Raja Janaka, the father of Sita, father-in-law of Rama. And Narada went to him, another celestial being. He went to see him and he said, "How is it you are a king, you move about like a king, you have everything like a king, you have gold and everything. And how is it people say that you are a Videhi, means you are above all these things, above your body? How is it?" He said, "All right, I'll tell you in the evening, but just now do me a job. You carry some milk in this pot." The pot had no rim also. So poor fellow was carrying that. The whole day he was carrying, got tired. He said, "Don't allow even a drop to spill out." He was looking at it all the time. In the evening he got tired, he put it there, he said, "Now, will you tell me, have I had enough of this?" He said, "What did you see when you were moving about?" He said, "Nothing. What could I see? I was just watching this milk, that it should not spill out." He said, "In the same way, I am at that stage where my attention does not spill out. That is the stage where you are achieving your self-realization, where the attention is completely enlightened by your spirit. It doesn't envelop anything like that. And even if it goes round, it comes back as it is. My hand, when it touches it, it doesn't become this metal, does it? It comes out. It's absolutely detached from this. I can touch it, but I am not that. Just now I am matter. I am everything. I am worried about my children, my house, this thing. But when I become realized, I get completely detached. I am a spiritual living being. Then nothing can keep you down. Nothing can dominate. And you do not dominate anything. That is the state of the spirit. When that happens, you become beyond dharma, sustenance. You are beyond it. For example, there is no temptation for such a person. There is no temptation. There is no mental activity either. There is no stealing, not telling lies. Such a person is extremely honest and fearless. Like Christ. He had nothing to do with a prostitute. I mean, she was a different style, he was a different style. But when people started stoning a prostitute, he stood up before them and asked, who are the ones who have not committed the sin? They could have stoned him. But his honesty and his strength stopped it. They will stand by all those who are tortured and troubled by people who are oppressive. They are not afraid of it. They are fearless people. Neither they frighten anyone. They are compassionate. But when it comes to protesting, they stand up fearlessly against those who try to torture and ruin others. There is no oppression. Even I cannot force you to get realization. I cannot argue it out. It has to work out. It is as simple as that. If you do not want it, you can never get it. Out of question.
Let's just sit a few minutes in silence with our attention beyond the thoughts at the top of the head. Excuse me. With our right hand, we can place it across the forehead. We can silently say, I forgive everyone. I forgive myself. Or if we have lots of thoughts, we can say, not this, not this. Just letting them go, not getting attached. And again, we can move the right hand to the top of the head. Massage our scalp with the palm. not be completely thoughtless on a permanent basis, but hopefully we can see the space between the thoughts increasing. And those spaces between the thoughts are the point of departure for meditation. That's where the actual meditation takes place. And when this Kundalini energy starts its real work in our subtle system. So it's important that we can practice keeping our attention above the thoughts or witnessing the thoughts. And let's take our right hand and place it across the heart, in the center of our chest at the sternum area. And we'll take some deep breaths, holding it in and as well as holding it after our exhale. Do that at our own rhythm, and again just gently bringing our attention back to the top of the head. We use Srimatiji's photograph for meditation for many reasons. One being that it emits this divine force of vibrations in huge quantity, and also because you can actually, experiment for yourself. You can look either at the bindi or just without thinking look at Srimatiji's face, her bindi, or even the last energy center there. And it does bring about a state of thoughtless awareness. As we get more sensitive to vibrations, we'll see that everything emits some kind of vibration. The nature has wonderful positive vibrations or cool vibrations. Some works of art, music, people. So as you practice the meditation, keep aware in your daily life how things feel. If you haven't felt vibrations on your hands yet, that's fine, it will come. Foot soaking helps a lot. There's on the Facebook page, if you go into the, I think it's called archives or files or something, I believe there's one about foot soaking, and that's really the fast track to clearing out the subtle system and getting more sensitive and more enjoyment, because the clearer we are, the more we enjoy the meditative state. So do try foot soaking if you haven't tried it already, especially in the evenings. Sets you up for a great night's sleep. Now let's slowly raise the energy together as we did at the beginning, up the central channel with the right hand going around the left. And making a knot. And we'll do that 2 more times. At this point we can check with the left or the right hand, some inches above the top of the head, and just notice if we feel a cool or warm breeze. Now we'll do the protection. So with the left hand open on the lap, we'll take the right hand and bring it over our body and back again, like an arch. We'll do that 7 times. I invite everyone to stay for a few minutes after the broadcast ends and just enjoy that meditative mood. And wish you all a wonderful evening.